Well, we're back from Alaska, guys. We've been in Texas now for a couple of weeks, and we are officially in upgrade season. We've got a lot of projects planned coming up this winter time for the truck and the truck camper, so you're definitely going to want to stick around. But today, this is what we're doing.
We just celebrated our 4th Nomad anniversary, and one of these has to go. The truck camper, the truck, what's going on?
Hello and welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Ellison.
And we are
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. That sounds like something you'd like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys.
As we're getting ready to make these changes, Scott here is doing some work on the tires. What are you doing to the tires?
I am removing the TPMS sensors off of the truck. I don't want to leave them on the truck. So because each one of these little things is about 60 bucks last I checked. So yeah, I definitely don't want to leave any of those on the tires. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
In case you haven't followed us from the beginning, last year we downsized from a Grand Design Momentum 43-foot toy hauler to this Host truck camper. We've lived in this truck camper for a year, and like I said, it is time for a change. Curious? Then stick around and we'll show you what we're doing. Well, we're here at Everest Motors and the time has come. It is kind of a sad day. I'm gonna miss it for the most part, but let's see what we just did.
That's right, guys. We've been hunting for this truck. If you didn't guess, we got a new truck. We have been hunting for this truck for a few weeks now in Texas. They are harder to find than you would think. It's an F550, and the reason we got it is to increase our payload so we are safer on the road. We'll tell you more about that coming up real soon.
All right, this is it. It is not red. It is not a King Ranch. It's pretty basic. It's an XL, but it's still pretty. It's white. Now we have a white truck and a white camper. We're gonna have to redo our channel stickers. We have a red pickup on our channel sticker, but another thing, it's gonna be a lot of work for Scott coming up because these boxes, especially if you can see that side will definitely have to go, the box in the front there, and we might have to trim down the headache rack a little bit, but other than that, what do you think, y'all?
I've got a lot of work to do now, guys. We've got about 4 or 5 days before move day. We've never had the camper on this truck. I've got to get the boxes off. I have to get stuff off of the headache rack like she was just talking about. I have to make sure everything plugs in and will actually go down the road. I have to get our shorter fast guns from Torque Lift. There's a lot of things on my I have to do list now. But you're definitely going to want to stick around. We're going to give you a full tour of the truck coming up before the end of this video. We got back pretty late last night, guys, and you know, with the time change and everything, it is getting dark pretty early. We didn't actually get back to camp last night until almost 9 o'clock, so it was quite a while. We did get the truck in downtown Houston, as you guys have seen, and it was right during rush hour traffic, so it really took us a long time to get back. So now is the next day, and I am going to get busy stripping these boxes off, at least the tall ones in the front, and we'll we'll go from there, and we will see if those are the only boxes I need to take off, or if I'm going to have to move these longer double boxes here. As you can see behind me, I've actually already kind of got started. I went through, and it looks like all I'm going to need is 9/16, so I have 9/16 on my driver, and I'm going to take them off, and then I also have to go up and take off a light bar and some other things off of the headache rack that we just are not going to use, so there's no reason in hauling that little bit of extra weight around, even though with this truck we have a lot of extra weight, guys, and that is why we've actually upgraded to this truck. Again, stick around, we'll talk about that more. And we're going to get to the full tour of this truck very shortly, so stick around.
It's been a struggle. I know you've had some pain. I know you're feeling tired, held down by all the weight. Yeah, I know you're feeling lonely. Your smile ain't the same. Not sure where to go from here. Feel like you've lost your way. Don't give up, no, don't give in. Never lose hope, don't let go of the promise. It ain't done yet.
I had to move the truck, guys. They are doing some repairs on the roads here at the park we're staying at down in Conroe, Texas. And so I can't get to my site right now. So I had to move down here. Let me show you what I got done so far today. I'm probably just about done. I have to go back up to our site and pick up all my tools for today. But let me spin you around and show you what we got on the new truck. That's different than it was earlier. Well, here it is, guys. I took 3 boxes off. One on this side, which is the passenger side, and 2 from that other side over there. If you can see here, you might be able to tell, right here where it looks clean from here down, that's freshly painted, and then that back there is still a little bit dirty left from when I was up there walking around on it. So when I took the boxes off, there was about an inch of dirt under them, it seemed like. It took quite a bit to get it off. I had to scrub it down and use a pressure washer twice to get all the dirt off. Those boxes are extremely heavy. I want to say about 200 pounds, but I know I'm way off on that. Probably somewhere around 100 pounds though, the ones I took off for sure. And if you see here, that's where the gooseneck hitch is, under that. I think it's seen better days. I'm probably going to end up taking that off as well. Back here on the box, where again it looks kind of cleaned up, I took off a couple of pieces of angle. It looked like they used it there to put like a 2x6 in to make somewhat of a tailgate between here and the front of the truck. From the top, I took off the light bar that goes in between there in the middle. There was a weird antenna piece on the passenger side, and on the driver's side there was a little round disc looking thing. I'm assuming it was for also a different antenna. I still have to take that the wires there that you can see. I have to take those loose from the headache rack. It goes all the way under the cab, guys, and comes out in the battery compartment under the hood. So still quite a bit left to do. I did have to go down to Harbor Freight Tools. I bought myself a grinder. There was a small 4x4 square of metal attached to the top for some reason of the big box that I showed you on the passenger side. So I ground that off, and then I disked it down nice and smooth, and then I hit it with some more paint as well. I almost forgot. I took off this antenna right here. It was really tall. I'm assuming it was a CB antenna. I still have to get this little antenna base off. Also on this side, I'm probably going to end up, again like we did before, taking this radio antenna off and putting on an aftermarket antenna. And that's just for you guys, because when we're going down the road, we like to shoot video out the windshield a little bit, and I don't like that antenna in the shot doing this, and I'm sure you guys don't like to see that going when we're going down the road either. So on the last truck, if you've been around long enough, you saw the upgrade, I guess, of the small bullet shaped antenna. Probably going to end up doing that again. Also, I swapped out one of the handles on the boxes because it was very loose, and the one, the little locking mechanism was, there was a piece broken off of one of them, so I just swapped it out with one of the boxes that I'm probably not going to use again. So that's, doesn't seem like very much to me, guys, but that's nearly a full day's work there just to get the boxes off and the other few things that I mentioned. We've been promising you guys a tour of the new truck since the beginning of this video, and now's the time. We're going to spin you around and show you everything that we think is important, at least, on the new with the new setup in the truck. As you can see behind us, the camper is on there, and you're going to want to come back next week because we're going to show you our first time loading that camper onto this truck, the flatbed. But for now, let me spin you around and show you the truck. As we said earlier, guys, and that as you've already seen, we did trade from the F450. It was a King Ranch edition, and now we have this F550. It is the XL edition, which is the bottom of the line package. The good thing about the bottom of the line, or the bottom of the packages anyways, is it doesn't add any extra weight to the truck. Once you start adding weight, it just means less and less weight you can put in. Like you guys saw, we did take off the boxes. I also, the front boxes that is, I also had to move the center boxes, these double boxes right here. I had to move those so they would be closer to center, and so I could get the our new torque lift fast guns centered, or the house centered with the torque lift fast guns actually holding it down. With the new setup, we got the mid wheelbase size so that we could get the 10-foot bed, and now we have all of this extra storage up front of the bed between the house and the bed there. That's where we store, as you can see right now, the spare tire and the ladder. We also put the Traeger up there and a few other things. That we have another ladder and a couple other things that ride up there, which is great because it's out of direct sun or direct rain or anything like that as we're going down the road. So it's just a little extra storage. I personally love the storage boxes on the outside. Even the front ones, although I did need to take off the jacks, the front jacks there of the camper, so we could get into that front box. Otherwise, I could only open that box about 4 or 5 inches. Well, have you seen, it is a crew cab. We're going to go ahead and start in on the passenger side. We have the bench seat here in the middle of ours with the center piece that actually folds down. We did get rid of the headrest that was on this part of the seat. It just stuck way out over the top of those cup holders, and we didn't like it, so we got rid of that. We do have storage here, and there's also storage under that part of the seat there. The seats in this thing are, even though they're not the nice leather that we had in the King Ranch, the 450, these seats are very cushy, I guess, for lack of a better word. We do still have the double glove box here. The bottom opens, as well as the little piece on the top. And that's pretty much all the bells and whistles we have. We do have power windows and locks, which is nice. We don't have a normal plug-in. All we have is the 12 volts here. And we don't have a nice big screen or anything like that for GPS and all that stuff. As we said, guys, this is really just a work truck that we're using for, you know, to haul our house around. It is still 4-wheel drive, as you can tell by the knob down there. And we do have some upfitter switches up here that we don't have anything on yet, but we could add lights, different light setups and different things like that there. That's pretty much it for the front. And now let's check out the back. If you can tell, I did a little modification there. I made a little 2x6 box to hold some tools and stuff like that underneath the seat, just to get some stuff to keep it from rolling around under our feet while we're driving. There we go, and that's what we have in the under-seat storage, at least for right now. Some of the bigger tools that don't really fit in the box very well, and some other things. This is where we plan to store the jacks while we're on the road, and we also have the tow stuff for the Jeep for when we actually do move. We'll hook the Jeep up with all of that stuff. But that's the inside of the truck, and this side looks identical, obviously, to the other side. I am loving the storage boxes on this thing, and I love the fact that we went from 14,000 gross variable weight all the way up to 19.5 with this truck. So when we put water in our 4,200 pound host Cascade, we are no longer overweight, and we can go down the road knowing that the insurance company won't be able to say, no, we're not covering you because you're a few pounds overweight.
That's the Tour. It's a big difference from our F450. That one was a King Ranch. It was more luxurious, I guess. Being a Texas gal, when we ordered that truck, I said, oh, it's got to be a King Ranch. Having the King Ranch package took away some of our weight capacity. What I do miss most about that is the heated and massaged seats. That was a nice bonus, especially since I had broken my back. But this is exactly what we needed, I think.
Well, thanks for sticking around, guys. And as always, Semper Fi.
And God bless.
Don't give up, no, don't